put it on the bottom there with the others? Yeah. Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you very much.
Just keep an eye out for the flag guy, and then he'll wave you on.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What's up, Brett? Hell yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah, man.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Full season 2.
Hell yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back today, guys, to the channel. Back here today for our first session out here at TMP, Toronto Motorsports Park in Cayuga, and this was the season opener for the Canadian Drift Series CDS, which I've been competing in last year. I hit 3 rounds in there and then finished top 10 in the standings, so I'm really hoping to hit all 3 of these rounds that are local to me for this season, and this was a great day to shake the car down. Obviously, we have a brand new, fresh set of BC Racing BR Series coilovers that have been custom made for my car from Dadley Driver, so huge thank you and shout out to BC Racing, Dadley Driver, huge thank you to Yawan, No Bumper for the help in the off season, all the boys for just coming through and, you know, helping me out with specs, tuning, what to do, what not to do with the car over the year, and we are now officially made it for the grand opening of the season, right? So this was really cool to make this. There was a few things that needed to happen before this all came together, one of which was my over fenders on the rear. SFP Aero, they hooked up that 30% discount for the car, and basically we are now rocking some 35mm overs. Now, to compensate for the wheels that I have, they are not set up for 35mm overs. So what I did basically, I had some PBM spacers that I don't know how I still had them. I actually almost sold them last year, didn't end up selling them, and then now needed them for the wheels. So it's actually a 30mm total spacer, and they worked phenomenal yesterday. I absolutely love the way that they looked as well too with the car. It was going to look really weird if they were just really sunken in, so I was glad that they did fit and look good at the same time. And then we also had our fresh Valino 08C tires. Now I have 2 fresh ones on the front and 2 fresh ones for the rear for the start of the season. Now I don't think the rears are going to last me too long, considering in part 2 you'll see we got into a little bit of wall entries, we got handbrake heavy, and they started to chunk out a little bit. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for tires on the rear for this season. I might just go what I've been doing with the Joy Roads, I think with the Land Spiders, and they've been pretty solid. I think they're about like 110 a tire or so, give or take. I'm not really exactly too sure, but the Valinos were like 220 a tire plus shipping. It adds up pretty quickly, right? But I will say though, I had a blast with them. It was just a free day of drifting and driving however I wanted to, and I really enjoyed being able to push the car on some fresh rubber. Now lap 3, starting to feel out the car. To note, there was no sway bar attached for the car for this event. Usually, I have a sway bar. I have a front and a rear sway bar on the car. When I was doing the coilovers, I had to take the lower control arm out to fit some brand new bushings that I had put in, and in turn, I kind of got a little bit impatient, I think, and I tried to get the end link out before lifting both wheels off the ground. So I kind of damaged the end link. I couldn't get a nut on there to tighten it fully, so basically I just zip tied them to the sway bar for the event, and the car felt pretty good. I was a little bit concerned considering the fact that the wheels were a little bit heavier, and everything just was a little bit different, and I didn't want to fully commit to the corner today in terms of, you know, kind of throwing it into the wall and then back out on the feint entry. I really wanted to make sure I was going to leave with a full car, so I just stuck to the handbrake entries. I tried to connect the comp layout on here and it just didn't end up working well, but you gotta link into these things, right? You have to really just feel them out, right, and drive how you're comfortable driving, and really, you know, work up those entries and those big initiations. So that's what I was really trying to focus on today. Now the PSI, I mentioned a little bit earlier, the PSI on both the front and rear, I think the fronts I had about 40 or so, maybe 38 or something like that, and then the rears were about 40 as well to start the day. To note, if you guys were here last season, event number 1, it was raining and it was packed. The entire track was packed with cars, people spinning out, hitting the dirt, this and that. But we did have a couple buddies that I did find in the pits. We had Eric in there. I actually parked up next to him for the day. Shout out Eric, absolutely incredible driver, and he's got a new wrap for this season as well too, so it's really cool to see. And I will say, it made him so easily visible on the track. I really enjoyed having the green car out there this year instead of the red one. Also, I was told that my car was super easy to to spot now with the white quarter panels. I mean, to be honest with you, I like the look of it. I actually really enjoy the white overs at the moment. Are they going to stay that way? No, probably not. But for right now, it was cool to get a few shots of the car, you know, with the SFP Aero overs on, just exactly how they came out of the box. Ended up both pulling it in for session 1, and that was a big hurdle, right? Getting over the first session, the car making it, right? You drive all the way there, you pay your entrance fee, you pay all your repairs. I got the car aligned this week, which was huge. I didn't think I was actually getting the car aligned, but to make it through the first session after throwing down a couple laps is a very, very big win in that category, and it really does kind of loosen the weight off your shoulders of what is going to be expected of the car throughout the rest of the day. So I was just really hoping the car was just going to continuously perform better and better for me, and I think that's exactly what it did. I will say though, I forgot to air down the tires. I was running them, I think about 40-ish for the start of the day, and they got up to about 50 psi midday. I just had someone message me on Instagram saying, chunking, I've never had a Valino chunk, were you hot lapping? I don't think I was considered hot lapping. I think it was just the handbrake entry. Right, I don't think I have a lot of them on this footage that's going up right now, but the second part of the day, when we got into the 3-4 car trains and we were kind of coming in third gear at the wall, I was pulling handbrake quite a bit. So I think that was the main culprit for the wheels starting to chunk on me throughout the day, because that was one of the things. They don't chunk, right? They said the Valinos don't chunk. I chunked them, right? Right, but I was just really focusing my day on getting the motions down of the car, getting back into the groove of driving hard and aggressive, and that was one of the biggest things, considering, for one, my alignment completely has changed from last season. I was running on a really crazy alignment, and I got that fixed, right? So we have almost 0 degrees of camber on the rear, our toes set up. Like I said, shout out to Yawan, No Bumper on Instagram. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow him for all of his drifting activities, because he's going to be hitting a few events as well too. But that really did make the difference of the car. It made me a little bit faster in the side bite, I feel like too. I was not fighting the car and just having that rear end floating. It was more of a grip and pushing me through the corner, and a nice slide. It had a nice side slide grip, and it was a very you know, weird thing to say, but it felt grippier, I guess. Right. And I think it just come down to the car just reacting a little bit more grippier in that sense. I was able to point the car where I wanted to rather than throwing the car, and just kind of, you know, waiting for the angle sometimes to hit if I was at full throttle. So I think for the setup that we have right now, it's pairing very nicely with the front tires, and I think when I go with a newer rear tire that's not the Valinos, because I'm not dropping cash on the Valinos, I think, again, but you know, if I do grab the Joy Roads, which I really loved last season, I used those a lot last season, and they were really good tires. I really enjoyed them. They last, I think I got about a set and a half out of it throughout the right. And I think right now, to note, I started to try to mimic the launch of the CDS layout. So when we're in competition, you actually are starting like back there a little bit where I was kind of just sluggish, and then first, second gear, and then you throw it into the entry. So I was trying to get that entry down and making my runs productive. That was the biggest thing, right? You're out here lapping. Obviously it's for fun, but at this point right now, I already know how the car, right, I already know how the car is feeling, how it's driving. I have expensive tires all around. I'm trying not to use everything up, basically, right? So I'm thinking, let's try to get these runs down a little bit more constructive, and I think that's what I started to do a little bit, and I like that, right? I wish it was a stop-start. Like, I wish you had to stop coming into the actual half of the wall and then you get to go. Considering it was a top event, right? That was a top drift event that I was on. But however, though, it wasn't like that because of the fact that but the tracks were not like that because of the fact that it was being shared. So at the one half of the track, it was a top drift event where these were not CDS drivers, basically. I mean, you could go and run the top drift event, but the CDS drivers, though, were on the back course on the figure 8 section, which I showed at the very start of the video. So that is basically what I end up getting into now on the back end here for session 3, I think? Session 3, 4? No. right? And that's basically what I end up getting into a little bit later on in here, but I wanted to make sure that the car was feeling good for the actual CDS layout that we run on the back end of the track out there, right? So that's a really fun layout, and I wanted to make sure that the tires were feeling good. The fronts feel great. I feel like I'm gonna have the same amount of feeling on the rear with a brand new tire as well too. So I'm not too worried about swapping tires for the first event that I get to. And I'm seeing some photos roll in right now. Media person there, Orange Corey Photography, and he took a photo of Chris taking a video of the run at the beginning of the episode today. That is some driftception right there. Holy man, what? That is actually hilarious, the fact that he got that. Car looks great though. I'm really happy with the way that the car looks. We'll be rolling out a bunch of videos, photos on Instagram, stuff like that on my stories, so make sure you guys are following me over there. I'm gonna let the back end of this video just play itself out. You guys can have a listen to the car now that we're heating up. I'm warming up a little bit. We're feeling good. I'm just going to let you guys just listen and enjoy the video. Now, I did go over to the Figure 8 North course, and I had some issues getting over to the track. I don't know why I didn't wait and then turn right like I thought I was supposed to do and then just wait for them. But I panicked and I drove straight right into the other layout, and yeah, right? It happens, right? It happens to the best of us. Huge thank you for everybody coming around here for today, and I'm not too sure when the next event will be, but I will be posting on Instagram and stuff like that when we're going to be hitting there. But huge thank you for everybody coming around, showing support on the channel, and definitely, hopefully, we'll be posting a bunch more drifting content. And I do have part 2 going up of this. This was the afternoon. We break for lunch a little bit, but we started to get into some bigger trains throughout the day. Third gear entries against the wall. We got close, man. I don't know what I was thinking. I said, do not go to the wall. And what do? I am at the damn wall. You'll see it next time, right? Huge thanks for coming around today. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.
No, yeah, I'm good. If you want to go, get behind this car. Okay. So I'm just spinning it around. Is this for that course? For this course. Oh, so you see where those cars are? Yeah. That's for this part over here. So you'll see the water barriers, you'll turn around that pylon and come back. No, but I want to do the Figure 8 section. Oh yeah, you're the wrong course. I fucked up.
Yeah, so just turn around here and then we'll just send you for like the half lap over. But you can just go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get to that course there. Okay. Yeah, that's What's up, buddy? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Another season? I see you too. You too, bro. Do you mind if I just go alone on this one? Yeah, it's fine. I'm in the wrong lane. I should have been in chase.
No, it's all good. Yeah, we're doing single. It doesn't really matter.
Gotcha,
It's kind of everything right now.
Thank you.
Did you seal it?
No.
No.
I got one side sealed for like smoke and shit, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, I got the one side and I forgot to do the other side, so. Oh yeah. There's not a lot of holes that really, there's not a lot of smoke that goes in, but. Sorry. My bad. good, bro.